WKAR presents Quizbusters. Production of Quizbusters is made possible in part by Consumers Energy, building Michigan's future by supporting excellence in education. Consumers Energy, count on us. By the Michigan Education Association and its 160,000 members, advocating for a world-class public education that ensures a bright future for Michigan students and economy. Online at mea.org. And by viewers like you. Now, here's the host of Quizbusters, Matt Ottinger.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Dan. Welcome to our game. We are in White Division semifinal action. Winner of this contest goes to the White Division finals. We're getting into the really good part of our season. The best teams have risen to the top. Here are the two we have for you today. It's the Royals of Jackson Christian, the Eagles of Kent City. Let me introduce the players to you because we got something else we'll do at halftime. Starting with the Royals, that team is Stephen Bell, Katie Knowlton, the captain Chris Cito, and Kennedy Wilson. Alternates for Jackson Christian are Matt Dubinsky, Zach Schneider, and Josh Thomas. The advisor for the Royals is Joanne Knowlton. And as promised, the Eagles from Kent City. That team is Justin Jasmine, Amanda McLeod, Grace Baker, the captain, and Matt Wagenheim. Alternates for Kent City are Ari Waller, Keith Smith, and Blake Lamone, and the advisor is Marie Davis. Now that we've got the players introduced, let's play our game. We start with the 10, the quick 10 toss-up questions, put the first points on the board. Good to have everybody back with us. We begin the game. Quick 10 begins with question 1. What Dutch artist painted the Night Watch? Kent City, Matt.
Rembrandt.
It is Rembrandt, that's right. Question 2. The Seagull and the Cherry Orchard were both written by what Russian playwright? Jackson Christian Kennedy.
Chekhov.
Chekhov is right, Anton Chekhov. Question 3. What element with atomic number 14 has the symbol SI? Jackson Christian Kennedy.
Silicon.
Silicon is right, beating several to that one. Question 4. Cleveland is on the shore of which Great Lake? Kent City, Justin.
Lake Erie.
Lake Erie is right. Question 5. Which Scottish engineer invented the modern steam engine? Jackson Christian Kennedy.
Watt.
Watt, yes. James Watt is correct. Question 6. Name the American poet famous for his 6-volume biography of Abraham Lincoln. Jackson Christian Kennedy.
Carl Sandburg.
Carl Sandburg is right. Question 7. What Shakespeare title character murders Duncan to become Jackson Christian Kennedy?
Macbeth.
Murders Duncan to become king. It is Macbeth. That's right. Question 8. Ash Wednesday is the first day of what 40... Kent City, Matt.
Lent.
Lent, 40-day religious period. Question 9. Who transmitted the message, "What hath God wrought"? Jackson Christian Kennedy.
Samuel Morse.
Samuel Morse in 1844 on the telegraph he invented. Question 10. What was the last year of World War I? Kent City, Justin.
1945.
I'm sorry, that's a wrong answer. Jackson Christian, I said World War I at the end. Anybody? Kennedy?
1918.
1918. I have to repeat the question when we get it in the middle there, and that's exactly right. Pick the wrong one. What are you going to do? Exactly. World War I there at the buzzer. Justin anticipated just a little too fast. All right. General toss-up now leads to a bonus category for one of our teams. By the way, we cleaned all 10 of those. Well done. Toss-up now for a bonus. Everybody's in. One leader of this city enjoyed victory at Depranum and in the Mercenary War. It was destroyed by Scipio Aemilianus and was originally a Phoenician settlement. Jackson Christian Kennedy.
Carthage.
Carthage is right, in modern-day Tunisia. Jackson Christian, bonuses to you. Chris, answers from you. This type of chemical mixture is defined by the presence of a dispersed phase and a continuous medium. First, name that type of mixture, such as fog or milk, where the dispersed element exists in clumps larger than individual molecules, as in a solution.
Is that a colloid? Colloid or a mixture? Probably a colloid. Colloid.
Answer?
A colloid?
A colloid is right, a colloidal mixture. Yes. Next, milk is what kind of colloid in which both phases are liquid?
It's liquid.
And I need an answer.
A suspension?
No, I bet you've heard the word. Suspension was going to be the answer to the third. An emulsion. Emulsion was the answer that time. 10 points on your bonus. To 90 you go. New toss-up, everybody. White nose syndrome is a fungus-based disease that has ravaged North American populations of these mammals. Jackson Christian Kennedy.
Bats.
Right. Well done on a very early clue. Jackson Christian, back to you. Name these early American painters. First, what man painted the Athenaeum portrait of George Washington, seen on the $1 bill? Answer?
Morse.
No, I'm sorry. Gilbert Stuart is the artist who painted that very recognizable portrait of Washington. So no points on that one. We'll go to our first pop quiz, one-on-one action. Each player answering 3 questions. 2-letter combination for you. S-Y will begin all correct responses. S-Y. Stefan from Jackson Christian. Justin from Kent City, start us off. A sign or object accepted. Justin.
Symbol.
A symbol, that's right. Next. A condition in the body. Justin?
Syndrome.
No, I'm sorry, that's not what I'm looking for. It's Stefan, I'll read it for you. A condition in the body noted by a patient or doctor that suggests the presence of injury or disease.
Symptom?
A symptom is the right answer for 10 points. And finally, an extended musical composition. Justin?
Symphony.
Symphony is right, 10 points there. Katie, Jackson Christian. Amanda, Kent City. In the Warner Brothers Looney Tunes cartoon series, the feline nemesis of Tweety Bird. Katie.
Sylvester.
Sylvester the cat is right. Next, something such as nylon, which is created Amanda.
Synthetic.
Synthetic is right, artificially from man-made materials. And finally, a republic in the Middle East with Damascus as its capital. Katie.
Syria.
Syria is right. She whispered it, but she's right. Syria, Damascus is the capital. Captains now, Chris Jackson Christian, Grace, Kent City. The arrangement of words in a sentence which shows their constructional relationship. Chris.
Syllogy?
No, I'm sorry, that's not it. Grace, a couple more seconds. Have you got anything?
No.
No. Syntax. Putting the words in order is the right syntax. Next. The quality of 2 halves being exactly the same on, Chris.
Symmetrical.
Symmetrical or symmetry, that's right, on either side of a central axis. Finally, to check and coordinate watches or other devices. Grace.
Synchrony.
No, I'm sorry, that's Chris.
Synchronize.
To synchronize is what I wanted, so that all parties have exactly the same time. Kennedy now, Jackson Christian. Matt, Kent City. A sharing or recognizing of the emotions of others. Kennedy.
Sympathy.
Sympathy, especially the emotion of sorrow and pain. Next. The region of the brain at which a nerve impulse passes from one nerve cell to another. Matt?
Syntax.
No, I'm sorry, that's the wrong answer. Kennedy, anything? No, synapse. The synapse is where the nerves pass, the nerve cell passes. Finally, the ancient port city of Sicily sacked by the Romans. Kennedy?
Syracuse.
Is right. I was also going to say the Central University, New York University. Didn't need that. Getting it off the harder part of the clue. Syracuse is the right answer. Jackson Christian still with the lead. We're back to a general toss-up question to go back to the bonuses. Everybody's back in. Among this deity's possessions are a pair of iron gloves and a belt that doubles his strength. He uses those objects to wield a weapon whose handle, Kent City, Justin.
Thor.
Thor is right. The handle was shortened due to Loki's mischievous actions. Kent City, bonus to you. Late April and early May 2010 saw several problems with substances gushing out of the ground. First, the rupture of a major underground water pipe put what capital city of Massachusetts under an order to drink boiled water for 2 days?
Concord, Massachusetts. No. Boston.
I need your answer.
Boston.
Boston is right. A major oil spill that threatened the environmentally sensitive Gulf Coast was caused by the explosion of an offshore rig operated by what company?
BP. BP.
BP is right. British Petroleum. Finally, an Icelandic volcano erupted through ice in April, causing the ejected lava to cool into clouds of what extrusive volcanic rock that snarled air travel?
Pumice basalt. I don't know. Go for it.
Answer?
Pumice?
No, I think you were working on it too. Basalt was the one that I needed. Yeah, I think you were deciding between the two of them. 20 points on your bonus, 90 total. Back to a new toss-up, everybody. Edmund Randolph was the first person to hold this title. Its first woman was Janet Reno. Michael Mukasey was the third person to hold it under George W. Bush, after John Ashcroft and Alberto Gonzales. Now held by Eric Holder. Name this top Justice Department post. Jackson Christian Kennedy.
Chief Justice.
No, I'm sorry, that's the wrong answer. Kent City, anybody? In the Justice Department, the top post is the Attorney General. No points, new toss-up players. This is the number of atoms in a furan ring, F-U-R-A-N, and also the number of bonding pairs in trigonal bipyramidal geometry. It is boron's atomic number. Jackson Christian Kennedy.
5.
5 is right. 5 atoms, 5 rings, 5 bonding pairs. 5 is boron's number. Jackson Christian. Her second husband, Lord Darnley, was murdered after fathering England's future King James I. First, give this queen, whose Catholicism was despised by some of her Scottish subjects.
Mary, Queen of Scots. Mary, Queen of Scots.
Mary, Queen of Scots is the right one. Mary, Queen of Scots was ultimately tried and executed for treason involving plots to assassinate what English ruler?
Elizabeth I.
That's right. Finally, one of Mary's great-grandparents was what man? The first Tudor king of England.
Henry VII. Henry VII.
Henry VII is the right one. You got 20 points and another sweep. In this game, your gut reaction is to go with the 8th a lot of times. But if you know your stuff, that was the 7th on that one. All right, that's halftime of our game. Jackson Christian there with the lead right now. Still a lot of Quizbusters still to play. Quizbuster players can relax right now, though. A reminder that our Quizbusters are playing for fun, for pride, and ultimately for prizes. The winner of this game goes to the White Division Championship, and the winner of the White Division Championship wins this.
Quizbusters is pleased to announce the exciting prizes for our 22nd season championship teams. Students from 64 area high schools are competing for academic excellence, with awards provided by the MSU Office of Admissions and the Office of the Provost. Each division championship team will receive 4 $5,000 tuition scholarship offers to Michigan State University. Contingent on admission to MSU, each scholarship is awarded for the freshman year only and must be used immediately following high school graduation. Students must maintain at least 12 credits per semester. The Green and White Division champions will then compete for the Grand Championship, with that team eligible for up to 5 one-year, 2-semester scholarships from SBS. This scholarship is for the use of books up to a value of $500 each to be used by team members who are in their first year as MSU students. These terrific championship prizes are offered through the continued generosity and support of the MSU Office of the Provost, the MSU Office of Admissions, and the Student Bookstore.
All right, Dan, thank you for that. And, of course, we're very close to those prizes, just a few weeks away. All right, second half of this game, pop quiz waiting for us halfway through. We will end the game, of course, with a 60-second lightning round. Playing for control of the video bonus category, let's get started with this toss-up, everybody. Good luck. This man's aides included the Berlin Wall of H.R. Haldeman and John Ehrlichman, both of whom resigned before John Dean testified to Congress. This president's re-election was supported by CREEP, C-R-E-E-P. Jackson Christian Kennedy.
Nixon.
It is Nixon, that's right, the president who resigned in '74 during the Watergate scandal. Video bonus for Jackson Christian. Question 1 on the monitor. I'll ask you more if you get that one right. John French is standing by at the Abrams Planetarium with question number 1 for you.
Astronomers frequently refer to a catalog of 110 astronomical objects. This catalog is named for an 18th century French astronomer who only identified 45 of these objects in the first edition of his landmark work. Name him.
French astronomer. Try Herschel. Herschel.
Answer.
Herschel.
Not Herschel, no. Astronomers are familiar with Messier objects. Charles Messier is his name. No points on that one. You'll stay at 2:30. We have a new toss-up players. Right back into this. This team's players include closer Houston Street, 2010 All-Star Game starter Ubaldo Jimenez, and shortstop Troy Tulowitzki. Humidors are used to reduce the park effects of Coors Field by what National League West team that plays in Denver? Kent City, Justin.
The Rockies?
The Rockies, the Colorado Rockies. Took us all the way to the end of that baseball question. Kent City, bonus to you. The protagonist of the novel Native Son lives on a city's south side with his sister Vera and brother Buddy. First, name that most populous Midwestern city, also the setting of Upton Sinclair's The Jungle.
Chicago?
Right. What African-American author of Native Son also wrote Uncle Tom's Children?
Don't say Stowe. I mean, you could, I guess.
Answer, please.
Sandberg.
No, I'm sorry. Richard Wright wrote Native Son. 10 points on your bonus, right back to new toss-up players. The valley of this river lies in the former Roman province of Cisalpine Gaul, and on the river itself are the cities of Ferrara and Turin. Extending from the Cottian Alps to a delta on the Adriatic Sea near Venice, name this 405-mile-long river the longest in Italy. Kent City, Justin.
The Tiber?
It's not the Tiber. No, Jackson Christian. Anybody? Kennedy?
The Po?
It's the Po, P-O. That's right. Short name, long river. Jackson Christian, back to you. He wrote the poem Al-Araf. I'm going to spell that last one. A-A-R-A-A-F. He wrote the poem Al-Araf about a supernova. First, name this poet who also used the word nevermore 11 times in his The Raven.
Poe.
Of course. Al-Araf was inspired by the 1572 supernova observations of what Danish astronomer, later assisted by Johannes Kepler?
I don't know. B-R-A-H-E.
Answer, please.
Pry?
Say it again.
Pry?
No, I'm sorry. Brahe. Tycho Brahe is the answer on that one. 10 points on your bonus. You go to 250. New toss-up players. This object completes one rotation every 10.6 hours and one orbit every 29.5 years. It has at least 62 moons, but one with a dense atmosphere covering over Jackson Christian Kennedy.
Saturn?
It is Saturn. He picked the right one. Mimas, Rhea, and so on. Jackson Christian, right back to you. Answer these questions about physicists named Thomson. Very specific category. William Thomson, better known by a noble title, devised which namesake temperature scale whose zero is set at absolute zero?
Kelvin?
He was Lord Kelvin, that's right. J.J. Thomson discovered what elementary particle in his study of cathode rays?
Quark? Maybe, I don't know.
Answer, please.
Quark?
Not a quark, an electron. More fundamental than that, an electron. 10 more points on the bonus, and you're getting those toss-ups, which is keeping Kent City away from the bonuses, and that's just as important in this game. Second pop quiz, one-on-one once again, 120 points on the line. M-E-N, fairly common set of letters. Let's be careful, people. M-E-N, Stephen, Jackson Christian, Justin, Kent City. A list of the dishes available at a restaurant. Justin.
Menu.
A menu at a restaurant, that's right. Next, the Austrian botanist considered the founder of modern genetics. Justin?
Mendel?
Mendel is right. Gregor Mendel, well done. Finally, an international fellowship organization for people with Justin.
Mensa.
Nicely done, Justin, all three of those. IQs measured in the top 2%. Mensa. Katie, Jackson Christian, Amanda, Kent City. A collection of wild or unusual animals, especially for exhibition. And menagerie is a collection of animals. Next, the two-word name for the village in central New Jersey, which was the site of Thomas Edison's laboratory. Thomas Edison's nickname was the Wizard of Menlo Park. Final question. Lowly and somewhat degrading, such as simple labor. Amanda.
Menial.
Menial. Almost blanked you on all three of those. Amanda got the last one. Chris, Jackson Christian, now Grace, Kent City. Any wise and trusted counsel. Chris.
Mentor?
Mentor is right. Counselor or teacher. Next. The three membranes covering the brain and spinal cord. Meninges are what those were called. That's a tough one. Final one. Anything that threatens to cause evil, harm, or injury. Grace.
Menace.
A menace. That's exactly right. Finally, Kennedy, Jackson Christian, Matt, Kent City. Of or relating to the mind. Matt.
Mental.
Mental is the M-E-N. That's right. Next. The candlestick, usually having 9 branches. For Matt.
Menorah.
Menorah, the Jewish festival of Hanukkah. Finally, to repair. Matt.
Mend.
To mend. All 3 of those for Matt. That narrowed the gap a little bit. 90-point game, a little bit of more time left to play our game. Getting close to the lightning round, players. We're back in for a general toss-up. Here we go. This poet described his concept of negative capability in a letter to his brother George. He wrote that a drowsy numbness pained his sense as if he had drunk hemlock in a poem addressed to an immortal bird. Name this English romantic poet of Ode to a Nightingale. Kent City, Justin.
Shelley.
It's not Shelley, no, Jackson Christian. Kennedy?
Keats.
It's Keats. Well done. And you've got the bonus back again to you, Jackson Christian. Name these Asian rivers. First, its frequent flooding earned this river, whose colorful name reflects its less content, the nickname China's Sorrow.
The Yellow River.
The Yellow River is right. Next, the western portion of the North Korean-Chinese border is formed by what river that empties into the Yellow Sea? I need an answer.
The Yangtze.
Not the Yangtze. These are 2 that get mixed up over there in Asia. The Yellow River and the Yalu River. Yalu River was that one. 10 points on your bonus. You're at 300. New toss-up players. In 2010, British Dr. Andrew Wakefield lost his license over a paper linking this disease to the Jackson Christian Kennedy.
Autism.
Autism is right. Linking the disease to the MMR vaccine. Widely discredited. Jackson Christian. Name these Tennesseans involved in presidential politics. First, in 2000, what former Tennessee senator failed to carry the state in his bid for the presidency?
Bush, maybe. I don't know.
I need your answer.
No answer.
No answer. Al Gore was the guy in 2000 who lost to Bush. New toss-up players. This religious leader had Michael Servetus arrested and burnt. Jackson Christian Kennedy.
Calvin.
Calvin is right. John Calvin. Very quick on that buzzer, Kennedy. Back to Jackson Christian. Name these African countries from literary clues. First, Nobel Prize winner Naguib Mahfouz lived in what nation, which is the setting of his Cairo trilogy?
Egypt.
Egypt, Cairo, of course. Nadine Gordimer, G-O-R-D-I-M-E-R. Nadine Gordimer is a native of what country? Also depicted in the novels of Ethel Fugard, F-U-G-A-R-D.
Guess. South Africa.
South Africa is right. Abraham Verghese' novel Cutting for Stone is set in what nation whose national language, Amharic, A-M-H-A-R-I-C, is written in the Ge'ez script?
Ethiopia.
Right. 20 points. You got all 3 of those. Several sweeps for Jackson Christian has just about put this thing away. We're going to play our final 60 seconds because everybody wants those last few right answers. We've got 60 seconds of toss-ups remaining, and the players know they lose points for wrong answers in the lightning round. We've got 60 seconds left in our lightning round clock. The lightning round begins now. What state capital city is home to the only royal palace in the United States? Chris.
Honolulu.
Right. Which of his 3 ships was Christopher Columbus's flagship? Chris.
Santa Maria.
Right. In what city was the Cordon Bleu School of Cooking founded? Katie.
Austin.
Wrong. What 5-letter word describes water with a higher average molecular weight than ordinary water? Chris.
Polar.
Wrong. What is the 2-word term for the time it takes for the radioactivity of an element to decrease? Stefan.
Half-life.
Right. In what ballet would you find the Sugar Plum Fairy? Justin.
The Nutcracker Ballet.
Right. What famous duo wrote The Mikado? Matt. Oh, too bad. In what European country would you find the region known as Transylvania? Kennedy.
Romania.
Right. What grinning feline Matt?
Cheshire Cat.
Right. What is the two-word term for winds with a range of 34 to 63 knots that threaten coastal areas? Kennedy?
Gale.
Wrong, but that didn't matter. Jackson Christian, you're our winners. You're going to the finals. Two-word. Kennedy didn't hear, rare mistake from Kennedy. He didn't hear me say two-word at the beginning of that. Tropical storm is what I was looking for that one. Gilbert and Sullivan wrote the Mikado. Matt knows that. He just blanked. Heavy water is what we were looking for. Paris is the cordon bleu. Game over. Kent City, you came up against a team that was just too fast for you on those toss-ups. They didn't get you any damage at all in the bonuses. I know I saw you shaking your heads on some of those bonus categories. You wanted them, but they were just too fast on the toss-ups. We thank you for playing. You had a good season with us. Good luck in future competitions. Jackson Christian, you're back with us for at least one more game. We'll see you back here for the White Division Finals next time you get together, just in 2 shows, as a matter of fact, on Quizbusters. 2, 3, I don't know, a couple of shows, not very long at all. Jackson Christian will be in the finals along with Green Division teams. One of our Green Division teams in our next game will go to the finals. It's either the Vikings of Hazlet or the Red Wings of St. John's. That's our last Green Division semifinal, so be sure to catch that and watch all this action at WKAR.org. For now, thank you for watching this program. For all of us, I'm Matt Ottinger. Enjoy.
Production of Quizbusters is made possible in part by Consumers Energy, building Michigan's future by supporting excellence in education. Consumers Energy, count on us. By the Michigan Education Association and its 160,000 members, advocating for a world-class public education that ensures a bright future for Michigan students and economy. Online at mea.org. And by viewers like you. Book Scholarship Awards are provided by SBS, the Student Bookstore, located at 421 East Grand River Avenue in East Lansing. Become a Quizbusters fan at Facebook.com. For more information about Quizbusters or any of WKAR's locally produced series or specials, visit our website, WKAR.org.